Okay. Hi guys. Yeah, I know I haven't been uploading or actually even recording videos for almost 3 months now. And the last two videos on this channel were completely reaction unrelated music production videos. And a couple of you guys were already asking what is going on with me or with Dana. If we broke up, got sick or some of these things. First of all, thank you guys for asking. It really made me realize that we really grew together as a family. Because not only did you guys ask about me, I oftentimes, out of nowhere actually, wondered about you guys as well. Especially the ones or the name of the ones that I read the most comments of under the videos, or the ones who even wrote me DMs on Instagram when they had any questions, production or music related. And I tried to help with choosing the right headphones and stuff like that. Yeah, that's when I realized that I owe you guys this video and the information, or yeah, all the talking points that I'm about to give to you. So yeah, I guess the biggest question in the room is why didn't you, Rahim, upload videos for the last 3 months? And I have to tell you guys, there were a couple of reasons actually. Let's start with my main business, maybe. As some of you guys may know, I have an agency, audio agency, and especially during the pandemic, it was important to keep the business running. And it is running, and we're fine, but it wasn't the easiest time, as you can imagine. And yeah, we're doing fine. It's okay. The pandemic is still going. It's kind of new normal now, and right now we know how to work with it. Okay, that was the first point. The second point is, and actually that is even a bigger one. Since I got very sick in the end of 2019, some of you guys might remember. After the first diagnosis, I was told to lay down, sleep, and take pain meds, and because they thought it was myocarditis. So I went and tried to avoid seemingly anything in my day-to-day life for almost 4 months. I almost did nothing else than laying down, sleeping, and waiting to get better and eat and stuff like that. I mean, it was before the lockdown, right before the lockdown. And to have at least something to give me a reason to look forward, I still tried to at least record some videos, or I think I did some live streams back then. And there was also the time when around the time when the pandemic started, but I still wasn't 100% there health-wise, and but I still did the videos because they gave me some perspective to stand up and do something, at least something for you guys. And it was a quite strange time. It was very frustrating to me, actually even depressing, because I just couldn't point my finger on what was wrong with me or my body. It made no sense with nothing I got told from the doctors and anything I knew from before and whatever. Back then, I always had the feeling that something would, in some strange way, poison me slowly. It really felt like that. Some days more, some days less, but it really felt like I get poisoned in a slow manner. And that was really the best description I could give back then about my discomfort. To Dana, to my family, and to some doctors, I tried to tell it like that. And the scientific researcher that I am by nature, I finally found out myself around April or something, May, something like that, 2020, what the real cause for all of my problems was. And it blew my mind. I tried it out. I tried out the way to get better, and it worked. In the first 3 or 4 days, I quickly felt way better already, and it's crazy. And I have the feeling that more people out there have the same issue or similar issues with the illness that I got, and they just don't know about it yet. Let's just come to the point. I have a histamine intolerance, combined and maybe also induced by a gluten intolerance, and I'm also lactose intolerant. The lactose intolerance, nothing new to me. The gluten intolerance, I ignored not all of my life. I first heard that I have gluten intolerance, I think in 2016, but I just ignored it. But now there's no way to ignore it anymore. Because my body reacts to it very quickly. With a supposed solution for it, I've since been trying to cope with it every day. Very focused on my health, physically as well as mentally. It is quite amazing how much or how big the impact of food is to your brain and to your mental health. It's unbelievable, guys. Never ever underestimate food ever again. Really, it's so important to you and your body. Not only physically. I mean, we always talk about you're overweight, you're underweight, you're perfect, you're whatever. We're always talking about the superficial stuff with bodies going on, especially in this time with photos and videos of beautiful people photoshopped all around the world, but nobody sees what food is actually doing with your mental health and your brain. It's crazy. And with the actually capacity of your brain as well. So very important. For me, it is very important now, more than ever before, to eat good, sleep well, exercise, stay in balance with everything around me. And by doing so, last year I lost 20 kilograms in less than 6 months. The first 10 kilograms in the first month. Actually, that was crazy. I mean, just watch my videos from December 2019, just right before I had to stop recording videos because of my illness back then. And I mean, look at me now. Not only that it was heavier back then, I just looked freaking sick, man. When I watch the videos from back then, I get scared. I just look at myself and I'm kind of disgusted. Not because I'm heavier or maybe fuller. I look sick. My face is all blown up. My arms are like this, full of water and stuff. I don't know, and fat of course as well. And my eyes look dead. It's crazy. And even the videos from March, March or April, and maybe the beginning of May, because I changed my diet, I think end of May, something around that. Yeah, so thankfully I had a lot of help from Dana, I have to say. Together we went through all culinary options and learned a lot about food, the food industry, and food related health benefits. Yeah, it's crazy, but that's actually something, I guess, for another video. If you're interested in stuff like that, just let me know, guys, because for us now it's such an important topic, because we know life is supposed to be or grows around food as well. I mean, without food, without the right nutrition, actually, we become bad humans, to say it in a simple manner. So yeah, write it in the comments. But that still until today is a big point for me, and yeah, why I didn't make videos. I mean, I did still while trying to figure out all this stuff, but it was quite exhausting and limiting sometimes. But yeah, now we know our food. Still sometimes I run into problems, but yeah, it's more or less good now, and I still see my body changing because of that, and quite amazing. So yeah, and the next big point is that I'm missing the challenge in producing reaction videos only. In the beginning, it was quite difficult and hard for me to talk into the camera and speak about all those very special topics I wasn't used to talk before, especially for such long periods. So many of you guys didn't even notice, or still don't notice, that my reaction videos are without any cuts or any fancy edits. Yeah, and I started doing that right away at the beginning as some kind of premise to myself when producing YouTube videos, so that I don't have to put time into editing the videos myself. The only reason for that was not to spend too much time with something that is not related to being creative or productive with music. Something I just promised to myself, because I know how easily I can keep myself busy and deep dive into other stuff than music. When I get into something, just like with computers and stuff, and especially then figuring out this video editing software, I get lost in it for hours and hours, and I get into a tunnel. And I just promised to myself back then, 2015, that I want to fulfill my life with music. And video is a tool to do that. But I don't want to get lost in video only. And I know that I tend to when I start cutting or editing the videos myself. I have an idea of how my videos should look, how they should have been cutted and everything. But I was searching for an editor, a cutter, to do that for me. And I got that now. And I hope it works out fine. Yeah, but overall there's something I've always wanted to do on YouTube. And that is, of course, music-related videos. But not me only talking about music, rather than me showing what is possible with music and sounds in general. I mean, I didn't teach myself all these skills for no reason. I mean, yeah, I earn my money with that with my audio agency, but why not just show you guys how I produce music, how I figure out stuff while finding the right sounds, or while trying to get the right production value that I'm searching for, or whatever, or what gives me the feels in a production. And yeah, that is also very, very big point for me why I stopped doing videos. I just needed that pause to realize that. Actually, I realized that before, and I tried to change it, but the editing, someone needs to edit the videos part, just kept me from doing other videos. And yeah, the next very big point, especially for the last 12 months and the last weeks, why I didn't upload any videos, was our little boy, my little best friend for 13 years, passed away. Butch, my little pug boy, who came into my life with 8 weeks short, had to pass this life because of his illness with cancer, yeah, which we came to notice back then 12 months ago. Man, he was my first dog, and we went through so much, especially he did with me. He went through so much with me. It is unbelievable. And he was there almost every single minute with me the last 13 years, just to realize this huge numbers, crazy. And yeah, it's crazy. It's just crazy. I mean, it's a part. It's the biggest part, I guess, of the circle of life. Yeah, yeah, it's hard, as you can see. And he also shared a lot of years with Dana as well. I think 6 years. She was devastated as well. And for us, he's always been like a little boy, not a dog. And yeah, his last month were quite amazing, actually, and happy. But then in the last weeks, there came more and more health issues, and we were always quite concerned, and tried our best to help him, to, of course, give him more time to live. So we always went to all the doctors, tried several different ones, and went everywhere. But yeah, cancer is a bitch, I always say. And sadly, I guess most of you guys already know that, and that's sad, just sad. And it brought a lot of memories from the loss of my mother, who actually died due to cancer as well, back. And yeah, that was very hard too. Yeah, as you can see, still trying to work it out. And yeah, she and Butch were also very, very close to each other, and I guess now they're back again, back together again. Yeah, thankfully, I have to say, Dana, Butch, and I, we were able to have a couple of very beautiful last days together, with a lot of food, a lot of chicken, of course, a lot of cuddling, sleeping, smooches, kissing. Even the sun came out, and yeah, you could tell that he still wanted to get and take everything possible the last days, but then it was sadly time to let him go. I guess he didn't have to suffer too much, as far as I can tell, and he fell asleep in his most favorite dog bed of all time, the one he chose himself. Yeah, Dan and I will always keep him in our hearts and minds, of course. Actually, a part of him will always be with us as well. In the last month, he started losing his teeth, and I had a crazy idea after he passed to take the ones we found and make one necklace for Dana and one for me. And that is the one I got. It's from down on the left side. Yeah, this is a special one, because with this one he bit his tongue at the end, or weeks before the end, and that one made his tongues get inflamed and split after a couple of days. That was crazy. So the last couple of weeks, Butch ran around with a split tongue right in the middle. Yeah, life crazy. Okay, I think this is it, guys. Those were the actually main reasons I just did not feel able to produce videos, and one more other reason, I almost forgot, of course, technical issues. Yeah, I just had to, or just let's say wanted to upgrade my setup again for video recording and streaming. I got a crazy ass PC for that now. Yeah, but now I'm back. There will be new content, still musically content, of course. I mean, music is my love, and I overall just wanted to open up more about myself to you guys, speak more to you guys directly about stuff surrounding music. And of course, show more of myself, how I'm. Yeah, just what makes Rahim Rahim. So who is Rahim actually, and where is his mind, where is his head up to, and his feelings and everything. And yeah, and I want to, with that, open up a gate to hear more about you guys personally, what you feel and what you're up to, and what your life is all about. And yeah, maybe have a new, very nice direct channel to each other, so we can share our lives together. And very, very important point, I just want to show you guys more stuff rather than just telling you stuff. I mean, the whole video is just telling, but it's just for information now why, what happened in the past. But what will be in the future, you will see. I can tell that I won't stop reacting, of course, because I know there will be music or music videos in the future where I still want to share my thoughts on with you guys, but just not every single comeback of every artist, band, group on this planet anymore. It's just crazy, guys. it really sometimes felt like too much pressure before from you guys. Actually, yeah, the pressure was real. I really felt responsible, especially at the beginning, for you guys to react on everything that came out. Yeah, but that's just impossible, and it's really exhausting. It gets exhausting quite quickly, and even when we did the live reactions, especially when we did on bigger groups with a lot of songs, we could have been sitting there for hours and hours without drinking, eating food, or going to the restrooms, just reacting to stuff. I mean, we're so grateful to see that you guys appreciate us reacting on stuff, but we're just humans too. And talking about stuff is nice, and telling you guys stuff that you can learn from is awesome. That's what I always wanted to do with my reactions. But I feel that I'm more the guy to actually do stuff and show you stuff as well, more than just talking about it. Even just like I told at the beginning, talking about it was something I really had to learn, because usually I'm very practical with stuff. I just do it. I don't care about theoretics and stuff. I just do it. I jump into the cold water and try to figure it out, and from there on I go on. And I want to share that with you guys, so you guys can learn from that, let's say, manner, and take something out of it for something you cope with in your life. Because oftentimes you just get kicked into the cold water, and you have to try to figure out what you can do with the situation you're in. Life is like that. Nobody is always prepared for everything that will come your way. So yeah, I mean, it's maybe for some of you guys, in first sight, it will be a big, let's say, metaphor. But actually, music is a very, very broad topic, and it oftentimes mirrors life. So I at least see it that way, and I guess you guys, if you still will follow me in my videos, you will understand. If not now, then later. And yeah, overall, I have to say I'm really, really thankful and grateful to have you guys. Because of you, I really had a perspective the last year and before. When I was down the most, I thought of you guys to produce videos and reactions for you guys, and do the streams even when I was sick. That was the one thing I stood up for a couple of weeks, and maybe even months. And I hope I have been there for you too in the past, and that I also can be in the future. Yeah, so much love to you guys, and I really, really, really appreciate you, my second family. Thank you.